What's up, guys? Good morning. Today I'm going to talk about how to start wholesale real estate. If you want to get into it and you have no idea what to do, then I am going to teach you what your first steps should be. Now, there is a free method and there's a method that slightly costs more money. The free method is going to be tricky. The slightly cost more money method is going to be also tricky, but it's easier. Both business models are very simple, but do not get me wrong when I say this, it's not easy, okay? So let's say you have absolutely $0 to your name. Do you have a phone? Do you have service or Wi-Fi? Because here's the thing is that people are gonna say, oh, that's not $0 because you need a phone and you need Wi-Fi and you need cell service. Okay, if you don't have any of that, then you're gonna have to go door knocking with pieces of paper. Even then, you're gonna have to print out a purchase and sale agreement. It just is what it is. So let's say you have absolutely $0 to your name. Absolutely $0. So this is what you do. If you have absolutely $0 to your name, you're gonna have to walk to a neighborhood, okay? That's not the nicest neighborhood. Maybe it's up and coming, maybe whatever. You're gonna walk around the neighborhood. You're gonna look for a house that's overgrown grass, maybe looks a little run down. You're gonna go up to the door, you're gonna knock on the door, and you're gonna say, would you consider an offer on your property? Introduce yourself, be charismatic, and just ask if they'll consider an offer on their property. That's if you have absolutely $0. Now, if you have a bit of money, then you can take a car and do this, or you can pick up your phone and you can start calling people. I recommend not reaching out to listed properties when you're starting. It's just more competitive. You have to know what to say. If you don't have any idea what you're doing, then I recommend not doing that. Option 3, no money at all. This is what I would do. I would go to Google Maps on your computer or your phone, whatever screen you have, and drop a pin in a neighborhood you know isn't the greatest neighborhood. Go to Street View and just go up and down the streets and look for houses that are not the best. Then you're going to go into Zillow, find the address of that house that doesn't look good. Paste the address into Zillow. Make sure that Google Maps was correct and this property wasn't bought or sold recently. If it wasn't, you're going to copy the address. Go to truepeoplesearch.com. Copy the address, paste the address in. It'll give you the person's phone number and you can call them up and ask them if they'll consider an offer on their property. Now, the whole point of doing this is you're trying to get a price for the property that is lower than what a fix and flipper will pay for the property. Now, I do not want to get you all excited because it is not as easy as they make it seem. You're gonna get cursed out. It's gonna take a lot longer than you think, but you could get lucky. There's a chance you could get lucky and then you make 10 grand. So how would you make 10 grand? Let's say you're going through Google Maps, found a house, 123 Main Street. Paste 123 Main Street into truepeoplesearch.com because it's free. Now, when that website gives you a phone number and an owner, that's called skip tracing. You're finding the property owner's information. True People Search does not have the best skip tracing, but it's free. Just completely honest with you. So you gotta do what you gotta do if you got no money. When you call up that property owner, you're going to look at comparable houses. If you don't know what this means, then just go to Zillow, look at the Zestimate. It says it right there. It's like 250K, let's say. You're gonna offer 50% of that to the property owner. So if it's 250K, you're gonna offer 125. If the property owner says, sure, I'll take 125. Now, you're gonna go get it under contract with a purchase and sale agreement. You can find these online with multiple other YouTube videos. I don't have one that I can give out yet, which it probably would be smart because that's a sales funnel right there. Maybe I should do that, but I don't have it right now. Just look up free wholesaling contracts. You're going to get that property under contract for 125. Now you're gonna go back to Zillow in the same area within like a mile, okay? And you're gonna look for the highest sold houses and you're gonna click on the Zillow sold listing, last 6 months. Okay, you can filter all of this and more in Zillow. You're gonna click last 6 months sold, and then you're gonna go high to low when it says sort, okay? Now you're gonna go through the houses that looks kind of like yours. Let's say it's a 1-story house, flat roof, 3-bed, 2-bath. Make sure it has the same bedrooms and bathrooms. If you're finding a buyer, it doesn't really matter, but you want it to be relatively the same. Now you're gonna click on that listing. Make sure it was rehabbed. You'll see like vinyl flooring and you'll see nice countertops, new stainless steel. If you scroll down to where it was listed, it'll say recently renovated, blah, 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 blah. You're just looking for that recently renovated. Now, it's gonna say listed by somebody, John Smith. You're gonna call up John and you're gonna say, John, I've got a property right down the street. I saw this one was rehabbed that you listed. Is the flipper for that property interested in another one? And they're gonna say, oh yeah, they're still buying. Or they're gonna say no, but hopefully they say, oh yeah, they're still buying. So then you get in contact with the flipper, the person that fixed up the house. And usually the person that fixed up the house is the listing agent. So just be aware of that. You're gonna call them up. You're gonna say, hey, I've got this property down the street for $135,000. The same one. Remember we took 50% of that 250? And he's gonna say, oh, those numbers don't work for me. They're too high, which means you needed to lock it up lower. Or he's gonna say, oh, it's perfect. And then you go into what's called an assignment agreement, okay? So you're assigning your rights to the original contract. Now, what do we call this? So if you are the seller, you are Larry, then I am getting into contract to buy your house for $125. This is called the AB contract with me and you, okay? A to B. Now, John Smith over here wants to fix up the house. So I'm gonna say, okay, here's a BC contract. AB, BC, get it? That's called an assignment contract. So you're the middleman between the A and the C, and you're just linking them together, and he's taking over your position in the contract for $10,000 higher than what you have it under contract for. So $125,000 would be $135,000. I make $10,000. He buys the property from her. But you never connect these two. Okay? That's called wholesaling real estate. That's how you do it with $0. Now, if you have a little bit more money, this is what I would say. You need like $300 a month. You're gonna go to something called Deal Machine, or you only need like 125 bucks a month. Deal Machine's great. Go to something called Deal Machine. Buy it. It's like 125 bucks or something. When you buy Deal Machine, you're going to pull a list. My favorite list that gets you the most amount is high equity. And you'll see all of this in Deal Machine. I need to figure out how to be able to screencast my computer because explaining it is a little bit annoying. You're gonna do high equity. It's gonna say absentee owner. Absentee owner means the owner doesn't live in the property. And that's it, those two. You get the most amount. Pick a city, whatever city you want. I recommend just doing whatever city you live in. But if you live in like South Carolina, then research the laws first. Deal Machine, high equity, absentee owner, and it's gonna give you a ton of them. You're gonna filter single family only. That means normal houses only. Price point up to whatever the median house price is in your neighborhood, in your area. So let's say it's 500, up to 500K, because you don't want like $1 million properties. Bam, now you've got a list. In Deal Machine, you can export that list and it skip traces it automatically for you. Do you remember when we talked about skip tracing? You're finding all of these people's phone numbers. And in Deal Machine, I believe there's a dialer too. What is a dialer? A dialer basically means instead of you having to type in the number every single time, it just does it automatically for you. So you can just plug that entire list into the dialer. Deal Machine will skip trace it for you, find all the property information, and then you can just start automatically calling all of these people. Okay, and you're just gonna say the same thing. Hey, I was driving around and I saw that property on 123 Main Street. Is there any interest in selling it in the near future? And you're gonna get cursed out and it's gonna be a pain and it's gonna drain the life out of you. But you can make money. This business does work. So you probably need like 150, 200 bucks to do it that way a month. But I mean, you're spending 150 bucks to make 5, 10K over a span of like 3 months. So the average cash conversion cycle, what does cash conversion cycle mean? It means when I make contact with the property owner, Larry, how many days until I get paid? With cold calling, so if you're doing the Deal Machine thing, with cold calling, it's typically 90 to 120 days. You need to follow up with these people and just, after you get off the phone with them every week or month, or depending on how hot the lead is. If they want to sell in a month, then you're gonna follow up with multiple times. If they want to sell in 5 months, then you're gonna follow up with a little bit less. But you still want to follow up. Cold leads, if they say, I don't want to sell my house, there's no interest in it, F off, then just don't worry about them. You can still follow up if you want. I mean, I follow up with them. So that's how you wholesale real estate. And calling through a list like that will be faster than doing the Google thing and then skip tracing individually and then calling up individually. But you can also get juicier deals for doing that. So that's called virtual driving for dollars when you're on the Google Maps. And you can also drive for dollars in person. So instead of doing Google Maps, you can just drive around, record the addresses when you pass by them, and then call them later. Or call them right in front of their house. Done that before. Or knock on their door. So those are the ways that I would get in if I had absolutely $0. And another thing that I would say that is a very slept on way to get into real estate is just joining a team. Watch YouTube videos, reach out to people, and join a team. You're gonna make less money, but you're probably gonna make more money, honestly, because you get taught stuff. It's a faster paced environment. So I would say join a team, but I also would say you have to go through the phase of cold calling to learn how to talk to property owners. Everybody did it. It's just like a rite of passage. And it's not the most fun thing because you get cursed out and stuff, but who cares? So that's what I would say. If you're getting started from zero, do that. If you found any value in this video, like and subscribe for daily awesome content, kind of random stuff every time, but you know how it is. I'll see you in the next one. God bless you all.